Welcome back. The 50% tariffs by the Trump administration have now kicked in. According to the draft notice published by the United States Department of Homeland Security, the higher duties would apply to Indian products entered for consumption or withdrawn from warehouse for consumption on or after 12:01 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on August 27, 2025. However, with India set to shortly implement its significant GST reform and trade negotiations with the United States, along with these steps have been taken to offset this expected blow to India's export-driven growth. Prime Minister Modi has vowed to protect national interests as he asserted that India would withstand the pressure. Dr. Sharad Kohli, senior economist, is joining us live on the broadcast. Dr. Kohli, the tariffs now officially have kicked in, 50% tariffs levied by the United States of America. What is going to be the impact of this move?
Good morning, Uday. Good morning to the viewers of Newsx. I really don't think there is any need to panic. They are kicking in from tonight EST, which is tomorrow morning of ours. Well, I really don't think, exporters need to be worried. The manufacturers need to be worried. GST reforms, as you rightly mentioned, are coming 3rd and 4th September. GST Council meets and 2 of the slabs are likely to be obliterated, which will boost domestic consumption, domestic demand. Plus, the whole world is our market. Europe, Eurasia, Australia, Africa, Latin America, Far East, Southeast, Middle East. We have the whole world as our market. America is not the end of the world. And, with the government support behind the exporters, I am also sure some kind of export promotion incentives or aid may be given to exporters so that they don't collapse. I'm particularly referring to exporters, Uday, who are solely and wholly dependent on America. And the sectors I'm looking at is textiles. I'm looking at gems and jewelry from Surat especially. I'm looking at marine products. I'm looking at leather. I'm looking at apparels. So these are some of the sectors which will mostly be impacted, but I think the impact will be short term. As per my calculation, the impact on GDP will be 0.2 to 0.5%, a temporary bump, I would say, about 45 to 50 billion dollars. We export total of 87 billion dollars, and US has very conveniently left out APIs, pharmaceuticals, left out electronic, tablet, mobile phones. Some of the items have been very conveniently left out because it needs them very, very direly. But as for the other products, yes, there would be 50% levy. Indian products will become uncompetitive in the American markets. This gap will be filled by China, will be filled by countries like Vietnam, Indonesia. Obviously, they will rush in to back those orders. But I really don't think anything can be taken away from India. Prime Minister is standing with the Indian businesses, Indian exporters. We cannot compromise on our sovereignty. We are structurally an agrarian economy. We cannot succumb to the pressure of the US, the bullying tactics being played by US, and the hypocrisy of US. My calculation says, Uday, 10% was the profit earned by the US defense companies by supplying arms to the companies, to Ukraine and Europe. This was the profit earned. So, you are yourself fueling the Russian war, and you are trying to accuse India of fueling the war on Ukraine. I think that is totally unfair and that's an extreme form of hypocrisy, I would say.
Right.
You are earning out of the war.
Right.